Okay, so let's just cover this briefly because we have a huge show with amazing guests. Spicer is here, and Cerno, and Jennifer Gallardi. So I wanted to cover a concern I have. Crime in big cities. We hate it. You hate it, and I hate it. Even if you don't live in one, even if you don't ever visit, it's kind of crappy. It makes us look bad that New York City's dirty and crime-ridden, that Chicago's dirty and crime-ridden, that LA's dirty and crime-ridden. We don't like it. And we know, you know as well as I do, that that's not the case in every big city around the world. There are all kinds of very big cities that are very clean and quite safe. So why is it that way here? Because Democrats run them, and Democrats do it on purpose. They create this poverty, crime-ridden disaster because it keeps them in power. That's why. That's why it exists. And we don't like it. You don't like it, and I don't like it. And Trump doesn't like it either. And he comes in, takes over as president, and first things first, does not like the filth and the violence and the murder in Washington, D.C. So he orders up the National Guard. And you cheered, and I cheered. Thrilled he did it. I'm thrilled it's happening right now. And we've seen crime numbers have dropped off a cliff. There aren't murders anymore, robberies. All of a sudden, the place is clean and safe. It's a place you can take your family, even with little kids, and go enjoy the new Korean War Memorial. Go enjoy the Vietnam Memorial. Go enjoy your nation's capital. And when stuff like that happens, here's what we do. We go, oh, that's wonderful. Let's do that everywhere. Let's do that in New York City. Let's do that in Chicago. Let's do that everywhere. And Trump has announced when it comes to places like Chicago that he intends to.
Lined up on Chicago, though?
Well, we're going in. I didn't say when. We're going in. Washington, D.C. is a totally safe city. You're not reporting any crime because there is none. They said crime is down 87%, and I said, no, it's not. It's down 100%. We have a great thing going. I could do that with Chicago. We could do that with New York. We could do it with Los Angeles. So we're making a determination now. Do we go to Chicago, or do we go to a place like New Orleans, where we have a great governor, Jeff Landry, who wants us to come in and straighten out a very nice section of this country. I want to go into Chicago, and I have this incompetent governor that doesn't want us. Do you know that this weekend 72 people were shot in Chicago? So in 3 weeks, I lost almost 35 people were killed. It could have been stopped. If you look at Washington, D.C., 3 weeks ago, it was the same or worse. And now it's considered a totally safe zone.
Okay? Hard to argue with anything he says there. And I'm not saying don't go. Let me repeat myself. I'm not saying don't go. I want these cities cleaned up. Maybe the National Guard is a solution. But I want to make something perfectly clear. Washington, D.C. is not Chicago, because the United States federal government controls Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. exists at the behest of the United States government. That is territory the United States government controls top to bottom. Therefore, even the dirtball commie mayor of D.C. has to get up and give press conferences. Well, it is working. It's working very well. Why'd she say that dirty commie? She has no other choice. But the United States government does not control Chicago, does not control New York City. It's outside of their control. Who does control Chicago? What kind of welcome can the National Guard anticipate? What kind of cooperation can they anticipate with the Chicago Police Department? Well, here's the mayor.
Are you prepared to defend this land that was built by slaves, a land that was built by indigenous people, a land that is built by workers? Are you prepared to defend this land? The people united will always prevail. I need you all to stand firm, to stand strong. If this president decides to continue to break this Constitution.
The National Guard comes in. Unlike D.C., the Chicago Police Department says, we're not working with you. You're not going to supplement anything. Hey, you want to go solve some crime? Say hello to the South Side. By the way, that's where all of these shootings and murders take place. Chicago is a hub for the drug cartels. Therefore, Chicago gang members murder each other in droves for control of those drugs. It's all in the South Side of Chicago where people die in stacks. We're going to send in the National Guard without the cooperation of the Chicago Police Department. What happens if you wake up one morning and there's a Chicago gangbanger, black kid, dead with a National Guardsman standing over him? What are the optics of that? Or even worse, what are the optics if it's a National Guard soldier, husband, wife, kids at home, dead on a street corner in Chicago? Not saying don't go. I'm saying be careful. And the Trump administration knows this. That's why they haven't gone in yet. They're not stupid. They're well aware of what I just said. I'm concerned. Don't think that Chicago is DC. It is not. All that may have made you uncomfortable, but I am right. I would thank you for coming to my YouTube channel, but I know how brilliant it is, and I know you love it here. So subscribe and watch. We're going to start really ramping things up and putting some funny stuff, some interesting stuff out there, some collaborations. Either way, my YouTube channel is officially the place to be. So stick around.